Hey, everyone, welcome to QuickShots. I'm your host, Mick Chambers. I'm here with Jon Starks. Jon, hey, man, good to see you.
How you doing? You too, Mick. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, really good, man. Where are you out of?
I'm out of Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville, Kentucky, man. You
Yep.
got we're gonna test your accent at the very end, whether or not it's a Louisville, Kentucky accent or not. See how strong
right.
it actually is. Hey, I just want to remind my the people who are tuning in, don't forget to leave comments and ask questions. We have a U.S. archery team member here right now, so like this is the time to kind of get those questions out about all those archery things that you want. I'll try and do a good job too, but help me out if you could. And if you're in the comments, please say hi to everyone. Like Kenneth Hogue, who's like just one of the best guys here out in Kansas City.
Right.
He's always shooting. He's always doing his best for the archery community too here. So I like seeing Kenneth. There's John. I'm going to see if I can't put these all and let them stream across. Give me 1 second. That's a new feature and I can do it somehow. How were we doing it before? Comments. People. Banners. All right. Maybe I can't figure it out. But we did have it the other day where I could see all the comments coming in. I don't know if you're able to see it or not, John, but.
Right now I'm not, but
Well, anyways. Joe, nice hair. Did you see that? Joe, what the hell, dude? You're coming in hot.
my wife, she kind of made me look pretty today. I was telling you earlier, that she always told me I had a face for radio. So we're trying to get dolled out.
You're gonna be a hero by this. So you're gonna have to get used to the camera if you're gonna be up on stage at Lancaster, right?
Absolutely. That's what I'm hoping for.
Jason Pierce. Liz says hi.
Eliza.
Eliza.
So Jason and Eliza are in our USA Archery Club. So they're big supporters and great people. So
I love that. Good. Yeah. Give me one more second. I really want to find this thing because it was really cool last time. It put all the comments up on the stage, so I didn't have to do that. All right, I guess it's not doing it this time. So, okay. Well, we won't worry about it. And Raymond Hogg, hey, man, how you doing? Long time, Raymond.
Reggie's
hey, guys. Yeah. What?
Reggie. Barebow Reggie.
Reggie. I thought you said he was an ass.
No, he's in the house.
He's in the house.
There's that accent.
Reggie's in the house. Hey, brother, how are you? I love how Canadian representation here on the show, too. Anyway, listen, that's the first time you and I have met. So I want to I got lots of questions for you. So you're going to help my game. Steph Core too, bro. You are looking great. Look at you. You're getting all that. Everyone's shining you.
I met both of those, Steph and Reggie, both in Slovenia, and outstanding people. Steph was on the USA team. She is a beast from the West Coast. She is amazing.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, she keeps backing out of I want to do like a Royal Rumble. I want to get it. I want to grapple with her, but I haven't. There's been no date set. Let me just say that. I don't know if she's shying away from it, but
she's trying to save you, Mitch.
Maybe that's it. She doesn't want to embarrass me. It's so bad. She probably would come do it, but she doesn't want to waste like 30 seconds.
Yeah, right.
Choking me out. Sherry's in the house too. Hey, Sherry. Hey, guys. Thanks very much. If you're on, don't forget to say hi. It means the world to us. And prepare questions. Just start slinging questions too. So David's in here too. What's up, fellas? Hey, man. All right. So let's get to questions. Let's get to know you a little bit more here, John. Tell me about first of all, you're shooting longbow, but you typically are a trad guy, right? You're typically trad class, right?
Well, I started out actually barebow, and my first tournament. Here's how kind of new I am to the game. My first tournament was in July of 2022. So
really?
That was my first competition ever. I started shooting longbow 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And from the longbow, I went into trad a little bit, dabbled in it. Last year, I think I won the indoor nationals in trad, got third in longbow. So, man, all this is new to me.
I know it is pretty new. It is pretty new. Yeah, but I mean, you've been successful. So we're going to dive a little bit later into how you're so successful because getting good in such a good short time is must be keys. You must have some secrets that you can share with us. But okay, so you're pretty new. You're pretty new to this. How did you get on the? How did you qualify for Team USA?
We went did the one qualifier. I started shooting that December, and we had our qualification in June. So it was a lot of arrows early, a lot of YouTube videos. I felt like Shiloh Butts was my best friend before I ever met the guy. I watched him so much on YouTube, and just kind of learned the game. Shot a lot of ASA tournaments that summer, but it was a lot of trial and error. The setup that I had wasn't a great setup. When I got to the trials, the first day I got to shoot with Calvin Smock. He was on in our group. A couple other guys that were just awesome. Mike Persinger, got to shoot with him.
Yeah, good guy.
The second day when we got into it, we got into our group. I think I was in sixth place going into the last day. Got to hang out again with Mike Persinger. And got to shoot Bill. I can't remember Bill's last name. Forgive me, Bill. But Bill kept me just centered that second day and made a good run and shot well, made the team.
Yeah.
And away we went.
So tell me what was next. What happened next with you in terms of what you did, what you saw, what was the training like? What tournaments did you shoot with Team USA?
We're really fortunate here in Kentucky with our ASA. I think last year we had like 42 ASA tournaments in the state. Trad archery is huge here in Central Kentucky. So man, I started hitting every tournament I could go to. I think between June and October when we went, I think I shot something like 25 3D tournaments. No way. 2 and 3 times a weekend, just burning it up, and just made the trip over and had just the time of my life over there.
Where was it again? Where'd you go over to?
We were in Slovenia.
Slovenia. It's a beautiful country, though, right? Did you get a chance to see any of the country, or?
We didn't get to see a lot. Some of the other guys have been there. Shiloh, that guy had the foresight to rent a car. Michael Davenport rented a car. We were just hanging out with the buses. So didn't do a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
But the fun part about that, when we were there, we actually closed out the 3D season in Slovenia. And then some of us, I think Jeremiah Jones is in on that, Mike Ellis, several of the U.S. team members went over to Croatia and started our indoor season in Croatia.
Wow.
And that was fun. And then, that was a good trip.
Dude, you've done a lot in such a short time in archery, man. Right. And I like your social media too. It's kind of, I'm going to do a couple of shout outs here. So, your social media is all archery. You're not horsing around. Like it's just like archery. And, so it's a great resource in itself. Then you have a YouTube, channel as well, where you're going over a lot of good, really important, fundamental. I love it. Like anything that promotes archery, man, it's a great channel. So they should. What is that? What is that over there? Do you know what your YouTube handle is
think
like?
It's Starks Traditional Archery, maybe. I think is what it is. I don't get on it as much as I should. It's hard for me to make videos when I'm shooting all the time. No,
it's you're absolutely right. So every one of them a treasure. So go over and watch the whole thing, his whole catalog. It's good. I really do like it. I appreciate it. I actually learned some stuff too today as I was researching a little bit more for this interview because, like I said, I haven't met you before. Probably a long time waiting. We should have had you on a little bit sooner, so that could be my fault. But I took a little hiatus, a little tiny one, but we're back at it. And having like rock stars like you on the show is helpful, right? So I appreciate that. And guys, start leaving questions in the comments. I'm going to continue though. How long? Give us your most memorable shooting experience with archery. What's the most memorable?
Man, I've probably got 2 or 3. And it's kind of funny. No longer than I've been at it, like every tournament seems like it has a lot to offer me. But of course, the Slovenia, going over there and seeing those guys, I got to meet Clace and Yako and all the people that that I'd seen on YouTube as I'm doing this or watching it, and all of a sudden they're there, and probably the coolest thing about that tournament, I'd never been around anything that big. For one, I'd never been part of the USA team,
No.
and coming in as the 44-year-old new guy, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if I'd be on the outside looking in or whatever. And every one of our teammates were so welcoming. We had such a great time, and you look over and there's a world champion sitting across from the table and they're making fun of you for something. It was such a family there. From Coach D being there to all the way down to even the compound guys. We even enjoyed them.
What? That's like now I gotta go back and edit this video. Thank you very much. I was just gonna just post it the way it is, but I gotta edit out all that compound crap. What is wrong with you, dude? I don't have a buzzer on here.
Right. We'll have to bleep that out. I'll try not to cuss.
You want to swear? You want to cuss? You want to make fun of me? Go ahead. Don't say compound anymore, okay?
Compound.
Just don't say compound.
But those guys were and girls, they were so great.
Yeah.
And then, the Canadians, if you ever get the chance to party with the Canadians, Lee Milton, Reggie, Eric,
yeah,
and you can't miss out on that. And it was a cool tournament, and then get to go over to Croatia. I think that was our national tournament we shot. So I shot a longbow with carbon arrows in the barebow class, and think I got 5th in their nation, that was awesome.
Dude, that is smoking. That's impressive. I'll tell you that right now. And just going back to your Canadian comment, I might have partied with a few Canadians in my time.
There you go.
Being from Canada, I'm like,
oh, I didn't know. See,
there we go. We're getting to know each other. I am a Canadian. I'm Canadian, right? So that's why I like seeing a few of my fellow Canadians show up on the podcast here. Anyway, so that's good, guys. I'm scrolling through the comments. I don't see any questions yet. You have a U.S. archery team member here, and you're not asking questions. This is ridiculous. All right. Anyway, let's move on. Shot process. Let's go through your equipment. We'll start at the equipment. What are you going to shoot at Lancaster with this year?
I am running a Chuck Hall's Vixen. Chuck's out of California. Chuck's Custom Bows, I think is his website. 38 pounds at 30-inch, 69-inch bow. Self-made arrows. I think they're Douglas fir.
Yeah.
Whatever we had laying around to put together.
Okay.
Whatever shot okay through it. That's what I'm running there. Whiskey City Trad Hipster quiver. I've been talking with David Schneider. He's coming out with a prototype quiver. I'm really looking forward to that.
You go, Snyder. Whiskey City, great trad. Small, like they continually to support the trad community like crazy. Thank you, David, 100%. For everything you do.
100%.
Check out and he's on YouTube too. If you're not even subscribed to David, I don't know what the hell you're doing. You're not trad, that's for sure.
No, so, you're compound.
You must be. You can't even say it in a negative way. I gotta.
you got trade deals on your boats. You're not talking with David Schneider. And my trad or my tab, 2 trad tabs. I'm gonna throw this up, give them a little.
Yeah. That's cool, man. That looks so recurve.
It is so awesome. I'm like I said, I'm gonna jump in here for Dan Rodriguez real quick.
No worries. I like it. It's unique.
Yeah. 2-finger tab, got the hook on it. Love this tab. Go check him out. 2 trad tabs. Dan Rodriguez. Look him up on my Facebook. But I will be shooting this tab at Lancaster for sure.
He's in the comments here too, Dan. So, so I've been saying this I must have been saying this for 5 years now. The fewer fingers you have on the string, the better the cleaner your release. It has to be, right?
Yes. So,
is that the theory behind the 2-finger tab?
So on me, and everybody might have this problem, I don't know, but when I tuck my pinky finger in, my ring finger goes with it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And
I was having such a hard time. Yeah, see, you're special. I can't do that. But I was having such a hard time getting that finger off the string.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was shooting 2-finger tabs. I was making them or cutting them down, and
Yeah.
actually David Schneider got a hold of me and he said, "Hey, this guy's making 2-finger tabs. I'm gonna hook you guys up." So David was the middleman in that,
Okay.
and talked with I talked with Dan, and this is actually the Starks model. So I got to kind of design this one. Dan and I worked together, and man, he is such a guru in what he does. He's all the time tinkering. Uh, it's not going to be long before you see these tabs everywhere, and they're going to take over the trad community.
Dan, you got to hook me up, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah, I would like to try 2-finger. Like I said, because if you look at a recurve archer, this is what it looks like.
Right.
This is literally what it looks like.
Absolutely.
This finger is barely on the string, so why put it there?
Yep.
Now, but when I shoot be honest with you, John, when I shoot like a heavier poundage, like when I'm shooting over 50 pounds, I'm really wrapping my fingers around 3 fingers to get it back. I'm not that strong, I guess, maybe, but I'm like really like I need to get that weight back there. But yeah,
I carry a deep hook anyways. I'm between, first and second joint.
Yeah.
But the hook that's on this tab
Right.
allows you to use that ring finger for strength.
For strength, yeah.
But you can still release here. It makes a big difference.
I'm curious about that, man. I am very curious about that. I think other people that are listening or watch it later are going to be very, very curious. What's the name of the company again?
It is 2. I don't know if you can see it here. It's 2 trad tabs. Get the glare off of it.
Yep.
Right now, he doesn't have a website. He is on Facebook, either Dan Rodriguez or 2 trad tabs.
He's on Instagram for sure.
Yeah.
I started following him the other day, just getting prepared for this because I knew that you were shooting that, and that was a unique thing that I don't know how unique it is going to be, now that we've mentioned it, but yeah. So okay, so you're shooting that trad tab. You're not very fussy, but what are you using for components on your wood arrows? Or
man, to be honest, my points are the glue-on points. I think they come off of Amazon. I'm not sure. They're black. They glue them in front of
just the regular ones. Okay, all right. So you're not tinkering too much, right? You're getting to.
I'm pretty particular in. Oh, okay. So let's kind of back up for a minute. I am an anomaly. I'm 5'8" with a 74-inch wingspan. So, my knuckles drag around when I walk. So if you've seen any of my pictures or videos, I've got a really high anchor, really high, like I'm here.
Yeah, I know. I've seen them. Yeah.
And with that, if I run anything under, if I run a 32-inch arrow, I've got a 2-foot gap.
Really?
So my arrows, I think I actually got these shafts from Rick Combs, and I built the arrows myself, but I think they're like 33.5 inches or something.
Wow.
And I'm anchoring here, and it's just, it's crazy.
Yeah. So what is your draw? What's the draw length? Did you say? What'd you say?
If I'm drawing here, I'm 30.25.
Okay.
If I drop to here, I'm about 31.5.
Wow. Really? That's crazy.
Yeah.
For 5'8", listen, dude, you're blowing everything I ever say on YouTube out of the water. I'm like, if you're 5'8", you don't need a long bow. You can shoot a 52-inch bow. You're 5'54", you're good. No, you can't. If you got a 30-inch draw or greater, maybe I should just be saying that. But that's crazy.
But if you look at my shooting style, though, I really stretch out. I've got, I don't have the soft elbow up front. I'm really stretching.
Yeah, I can see you're almost like this.
Yeah.
So sometimes you're like, whoa, man, I'm getting this maximum effort out of this sucker.
Exactly.
Yeah. It looks good. It looks good. Again, like I said, go see your videos. You can see everything you're doing and even how you aim. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that too. So tell me how you're aiming. Why is it, and why are you aiming that way? Because there's so many different ways to aim.
Right. So I am a true gap. I have a fixed aim point on that target. And I could care less where the yellow is. It doesn't matter to me. So I go to my aim point, and I can focus on my aim point and run my process, and I don't have that anticipation of the yellow. I'm not. Yeah. And my trad recurve bow, um, which it's doing very well in, for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually aiming off the paper. Um,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I'll paper and I can run my process and I'm cutting X's.
Okay. Well, it's hard. It's hard. It's so hard for me to get like, it's panicky because for me, that would be upset and panic because I'm like, my arrow's not on no color. There's no
Right.
color. I'm like, I don't know. And where it gets me really weirded out is I'm a hunter.
Right.
If the tip's not on the animal, that's like I'm aiming at the dirt. I can't do that. I personally can't do it. I know everyone does it, but
Yeah.
I mean, I guess sort of I'm lying a bit because in hunting we kind of go down the shoulder,
Right.
the arm, right, and it is kind of in the brown, but it's like I'm shooting at the guy's leg. I'm like, I don't want to do that. So I do. Do you hunt?
I do hunt. I do. I didn't get to hunt a lot this year because I'm really focused, like everybody in the world, on some big tournament in Pennsylvania coming up.
I know.
So
That's what people. No, stop for a second. Stop. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that because everyone asks me, "You're going to go to Lancaster?" I'm like, but it's indoor. I'm still shooting I'm still shooting this guy up here, my HT21, which is a fantastic bow, by the way. If anyone wants a really good hunting bow with a springy rest, so I'm shooting that for that's what I'm shooting, right? That's because I'm out in the field. I'm trying to kill deer, but then they're like, no, you get your bear bow out and start shooting that, and then, but now with longbow, I want to start hunting longbow. I didn't do it this year, but I am starting to think about hunting longbow next year. Which I know who was. I think there's a well, anyone that's in here that's talking longbow. A lot of them are hunters. Do you take your longbow out or do you take your trad?
I'm longbow hunting. And last year, I actually got like a 12-pointer last year. I was really proud. First year I'd ever had mounted. And
That's awesome.
So most of the time I'm one of those. If it's brown, it's down. I'm feeling the freezer. And it was cool. And shout out to my buddy there, Todd Jewelry. He hangs around. He's the one who hooked me up on the deer. We shoot quite a bit together. So,
how like I saw. What did I see? I saw Eves put something down this week or something like that. I don't know if he's around still. I saw him in the comments earlier. But how'd you handle your nerves? Do you feel any nerves like buck fever or anything like when you get on the line?
I shot indoor nationals and all that, shot the Slovenia and all that. When that stinking buck walked out, I was trying to keep from peeing myself. I'm like,
it's like, please come into my shooting window. Please come into my shooting window.
Yeah. And he was there for like 20 minutes. And it's getting like, I'm watching the sun go down. The deer's still like 75 yards off. And I'm going, hurry up, And so, I was a little nervous on that one. But I get I don't get really nervous as much as I do shaky. And I know that really doesn't make a lot of sense or whatever, but I don't shy away from crowds and all that. That doesn't bother me. It's just, it's that inner struggle. I fight with myself internally. Yeah. And I've got, and it's a lot like Clace or Davenport or some of these guys. We run such a tight program in our head.
Yep.
To combat that.
Yep.
But I promise you that we have nerves. It's just, you just got to run that and try to be stronger than they are.
Yeah, I liken it to, all those quotes. I'll misquote this, but, people are like, wow, it's great. You're super brave. Or someone, they say, well, that was very brave. You must not get afraid. And like, no, it's not that about that. Being brave is doing stuff in the face of fear. Right. And even though you're afraid, you do it. That's brave. Right. And I think that same thing goes for guys like you. And I said this before we got on the mics, was that I just have a ton of respect for everyone like you and people who are going out there. So everyone that's in the comments too, if you've been on the line and you have a scorecard and you have a fresh face up there on that target and that whistle blows and you can execute, I have so much respect for you. Right. That is like, to me, I just can't do it. I can't do it like you guys do. So I'm super impressed. So anyway, I'm so giddy right now for the longbow this year. I'm like, I can't even wait. I'm like, I don't want to wish my life away, but I want to get to Lancaster so I can watch it and I can see you guys up there and just get and follow it. Cause I do. I am obsessed. Nancy Leah Woods, one of my favorite archers in the world, joined. Hey, if you have questions, don't forget to leave them. So we're talking to Jon Starks, U.S. archery team member, not Olympic yet. Longbow's not in the Olympics yet, John. I know you'd want it to be there, but it's not yet. So,
and if it was, Brady would dominate it. So
he can't shoot trad, dude. Listen,
you'll trick him into doing it.
He can't, like, it was the funniest thing. Watch some of his videos. Go to Brady Ellison's page, like his YouTube stuff, and you'll see like him and someone else, I forget who it was. They took the sights off the bow and they tried to shoot and they were shit. They were absolute shit. There's no way.
Everybody out there, when Brady comes in and starts shooting trad and whips everybody, it's Mick's fault.
Oh, yeah. Bring it. Hey, Brady Ellison. Bring it, Ellison. Bring it. Bring it. You got nothing. There are guys that are going to wipe the floor with you, like John right here.
Man, hold on, Nick.
I have cash and checks for you, man.
Davenport place, we're going to need help.
Yeah. Michael Motorcycle. Yeah, he's okay. So let me get to that. Let me get to your competitors then. Who scares you the most this year?
Me.
Okay, fair.
Me, you know, and here's the deal about it. So these guys, and we kind of touched on it a little bit. I think there's going to be big names that pop up. And I'm not going to say they pop up. Like Michael Davenport said, and I go back to him. He's such a mentor and a great teammate.
Wonderful guy.
He said, "We don't rise to the occasion; we fall to our training." And I believe that 100%. So we're going to see, the Davenports, the Clays. You're going to see Dwayne Martin. Some of these guys really rise to the top, and that's what they do. I mean, that's their MO. But I think what we're going to see is all these guys and girls who are being overlooked and nobody mentions them. They're sitting at home right now, and that fire's getting fueled. And they're going to come out of the gate hot, and everybody's going to wonder where they came from. And they started training the day after Lancaster last year. One of those guys. I stuck it up last year, and I'm telling you, those guys are laying in the weeds.
I'm not going to argue with what you're saying because you're a professional. You've been there. You've done it. Here's what I get a little bit. Let me kind of challenge you just a second on this. Yeah, when you're hiding at the individual, like the first two matches, like the first, the first end and the second one, right? So you're hiding, but then your score's starting to get good. Then you're going to have a shoot off, right?
Right.
Then it starts to narrow in. Then people start to narrowly focus, start looking at you, and you're not used to this now.
Exactly.
Now put that person, they get lucky and they get through because the nerves didn't get to them. They didn't have the mental strength or power yet. Yep. They get on stage. Now the lights are out. All you got is a light on the back target. All you got a light is on you. You got someone asking you questions in between ends. How do you survive? How do you survive that storm?
You pray seriously. A lot. You pray a lot.
God is good.
Yeah. So the first shoot off I did, we were just getting out of Slovenia and went to Croatia for an indoor tournament. The first shoot off I ever did was in Croatia for an indoor tournament, and I had those nerves. Came back and we've got a series here in Southeast called the TSO, the Shootout Series, and it is a Lancaster style.
Yeah, I saw it. It's really cool. It's really cool. Yeah.
So the first shoot offs that I did for the TSO last year, we came in, and like two of the guys I shot against on that first one was Justin Isbell, and Kyle Coffey, and I'm shooting against these guys with a trad bow. They're shooting bare bow. So,
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And this year I think those guys are back in it. Ava Jones is in this series. Like there's going to be some big names, in this series fighting it out. But you're absolutely right. When you get in those shoot offs, it's a lot different.
So it's a world different, man. I mean, you get into the Super Bowl, you play differently, and I just think that when, You know what's interesting too. Okay, so there's that point, but then
Right.
go back 5 years, 6 years. Go look at the Lancaster Classic. I mean, there was 2, 3 big names.
Right.
Now it feels like there's 10 big. Look at Reggie. Like Reggie's a big name now. Like,
Exactly.
you got to worry about him in the barebow. I know we're switching over a little bit to the barebow, but you got to worry about these guys, and then that are just winning their home tournaments. But then they come out and they're like, they peak, and it's amazing. And you don't know. And these longbow guys, I want to go to the longbow too for a sec. So
Yep.
back to longbow. Your comment about this could be someone that's kind of not in the limelight right now, not the Matt Yaka, not the Dwayne or Calvin Smock, maybe not even Clay's or you or whatever. It might be one of these local home range guys that just cleans up all the time. Listen, I don't want them that's not fair. Get them on the show. Get them on the show. Like if they're listening to this, and if you guys know anyone that's shooting and wants to come on, we have a long list right now, and we're going to be doing this every single night, almost right up until the event. I mean, I'll take some time off during Christmas and that, but and New Year's. But we're going to try and have as many people on as we possibly can. I think you're exactly right. I mean, let's make these people famous before they get there, so we know what we're up against.
So here's my prediction for the Classic.
Yep. Go for it.
We know that we know who should be there. When you look through the list of names, I think there's 96 or 98, whatever that number is. You can look through there and pick out at least 10 that you say, yeah, that guy should be there. Yeah, that guy should be there.
Right.
But when that top 16 settles, and when you go and you have to go from a qualifier mentality then to an end mentality. Instead of looking for that 250, 260, you're wanting to shoot 27, 28s, 29s and shift into that mode.
Right.
But I think when the dust settles on that top 16, it's going to be a dogfight. And I think you can flip a coin on, and it's going to be, and I kind of, first of all, thanks, Rob, for allowing us this.
Your Caulfield, yeah, amazing.
Man, thank you to the original Longbow Outlaws who pushed Santo and all his crew, and then I know I'm missing a lot of people there. But when I hate it that everybody can't see the matches go back to the top 16, because that number 2 going against number 15, that's going to be an amazing longbow match. And I think it's going to be that way all the way down.
Yeah, I mean there are there are some individual podcasters or YouTubers that are televising, like they're filming them. Like I mean, but you have to find them. You have to find them. They do that for barebow. Now the barebow project will be there doing it for barebow. I don't know if they're going to reach over and be able to have like someone else go over and do. I be honest with you, I kind of feel guilty because I'm the one who wants to be there doing that top 16, because those matches, like you said, are super exciting.
Yes.
I mean, that's made for television. Those matches are made for television. No one wants to watch you go end to end and shoot, like 30 arrows and then take a break and then come back and do 30 arrows. It's kind of boring, let's be honest. But not those playoffs aren't. And so that's pretty cool. Yeah. Hey, I want to pick a little bit more of your brain since we have you on the show. Give me, I want a couple things.
Okay.
Shot process. Go through your shot process step by step, mentally, then also physically, and then I want to kind of get your advice on like what can I do to be better at longbow.
Okay. Shot process for me. I'm a USA archery coach. Work with a JOAD program here in Louisville. So I base mine off the NTS system.
Okay.
Which is a good basis, a good starting place. I've kind of tweaked it. Well, I have tweaked it. There's no kind of. I've tweaked it to make it more of a checklist that I go through. Okay. So it's PAS 1 2 3 is what I say in my head.
PAS 1 2 3. Give it to us. What does that mean?
1 P, 2 A's, 3 S's.
Pass.
Pass. Pass. There you go. So when I get to the set position,
yep.
My first P is posture. I've had a lot of neck injuries, so my neck doesn't turn that way. That's why my anchor's funny. So I'm really big in posture.
Yep.
So from posture, I go to anchor
Yep.
and then alignment. Those are the two A's. And while I'm doing that, I'm actually looking at my hand. So a lot of times I'll write fight on my hand. I'll draw a dot.
Nice.
So when I go to posture and anchor, my hands up in front of the target, I'm actually looking at that dot. When I get into alignment and I'm feeling it with my elbow, I'll drop down and address the target. My first S is steady. From steady, after I get steady, I will safety off and then shoot. Those are my three S's: steady, safety, shoot. And the big thing to that is I'm not allowing myself to go into the next step until I complete one. So you've got to be really disciplined in doing that. So once you get steady, that's when the aiming, you're steady. Now the aiming starts. After safety comes off is when I start my expansion and shoot. So it's kind of a mental, it keeps my mind engaged. I am the world's worst in getting into autopilot. I'll look up and there'll be 2 arrows on the target, and I'm going, I don't remember shooting. My brain's like, blah, 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 So it keeps me engaged mentally and keeps me going in the right way.
That's awesome. No, that's good advice. And is that on your YouTube channel too? The path?
It is not. I kind of came up with that, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks ago, and I've been playing around with it. And when I don't do that, it really shows. So it's just,
yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, you should do a quick video. Just do a quick, set up your iPhone, do a quick video and post it. That would be awesome. Okay, so that's great info already. Like, I mean, because I know it's you're saying, and you're actually saying the right thing. Like you're saying, like, you got to be disciplined, because when I get to I'm probably already letting go of the trigger's gone. Right. But you gotta act like you've been there. So tell me something where it would be a little bit different for longbow for you that would help for just like people who are shooting longbow, not necessarily recurve or trad. Is there anything different that you would do?
Well, I mean, I run the same process on both of my bows. Longbow to me let's look at the difference in longbows real quick. I think it's a big misconception some people have. If you're running a 45-pound Bear Montana or whatever it is,
yep,
and a 40-pound Timber Point or 40-pound Chuck Halls, or those are 2 different bows built for 2 different things. And I see a lot of guys competing with hunting bows, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the competitive bows are built more for stability. They're purpose built. And the biggest difference I have is the movement of that bow. If you can get a bow that fits you, that's comfortable, that is steady, and slows down, the smoother you move back here, the slower you move, the smaller your groups. Right. And I think some guys that start down the road to doing the competitions, they don't have the right setup, they don't have the right equipment. Their arrow's not set for the tournament or whatever. They're running hunting rigs. A lot of them are doing instinctive shooting. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of great instinctive archers, but when you're on the line shooting at that little quarter-sized yellow spot, it's a big difference in the game. So I think a lot of people are limiting themselves with their equipment and their setup. And probably the best thing I ever did was actually join a JOAD club and learn the process. And I'm not saying that you've got to run this process or don't work, but what I'm saying is run a process. If you're pulling back, going to anchor, and just turning loose, your results are going to vary every shot.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's good. You got a good base with NTS, and then you've created it and made it your own, and that's really important. Right. I see David's calling out Joe on Joe.
Oh,
he's calling out Joe. Poor Joe.
Yeah, there it is. He's sleeping in his thing. Yes. So I've been Joe and I. We met at Lancaster last year, and we chat on Messenger probably 3 days a week. We're chatting back and forth. And Joe's a super cool guy, and Joe is a sleeper. He's one of those guys that's going to sneak up and bite you.
Joe, hit me in the DMs. I don't know what's wrong. Just hit me up in the DMs. Let's get on the mics.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to meet you. Like again, I'll just keep. I'm here to make you famous, man. And then, and whoever wins this thing, first, second, third, I'm going to have him back on the show right after, because
Right.
I want to hear from you. I want to understand. I was talking to Clace about this last night or yesterday afternoon or something like that. And it's like the Mike Tyson quote, like everyone's got a plan until you get punched in the face, right?
Yep.
And so like let's see if your pass thing works for you. Like when you're up on the stage, John, when you're up on that stage, I'm going to be counting. I'm going to be thinking in my head, pass. Like I'm going to be thinking, is he doing everything? Is he going through his steps? And then if you sling one into the 6, I'm going to go,
He didn't do it.
put one in the ocean. He put one in the ocean. I know he didn't do his setup, man. I know what's going on here.
So when we shot, I rode down, did the Texas Ringer back in September. We shot that, and that was kind of funny. It was Bill Lawless, Michael Davenport, and Jeremiah Jones. All of us were in a car for like 32 hours. Best archery clinic in the world. I got out of that car and I was a world champion. Just listening to those guys. And then we get down and Nick Way, Isbell, Justin Isbell, all those guys were in the same little house or whatever. It was an amazing, amazing trip. And then I ran into several other USA Archery members, Mike Ellis, Julie Jones. Julie Jones kicked my butt in the gold medal match down there.
Yeah. You were mentioning her. Yeah. So I got to get her on.
Yeah.
I don't have, she's not reached out to me. So if anyone knows her, tell her I've been talking about her.
Yeah.
All right?
She is another one out of Texas, Texas, Oklahoma area. And I think she's Texas. I'll probably get it wrong, get yelled at.
That's okay.
There's a big difference between Texas and Oklahoma.
Well, come on. She can come on the show and correct you.
There you go.
She can come on the show. Come on the show and correct us. I can't believe. So that's interesting. Listen, I might sound sexist, but that would be so cool to see the stage has like mixed, if it's boys and girls, like that would be cool, because that would be something else that Barebow doesn't have. That would be something else that recurve doesn't have. That'd be something else that compound doesn't have. Everyone's shooting in the same category here for Longbow. So that's kind of cool.
And kind of what I was getting at on that is the shoot offs and the shoot downs and stuff. That's something we traditionally don't do here. Julie had practiced that and executed very well. And that is, I would say that's where Clace gets a lot of his confidence from, is those Europeans, they shoot off every tournament.
Yeah.
So that's something he practices regularly.
Yeah.
So
those Europeans.
If we're going to be Clace, you got to get to work.
Yeah. Well, I I've been watching him shoot a little bit recently, and he is he's dynamite. He's on fire. But again, you can say that you've been practicing, you've been shooting, and he's been at the European Championships, and it's been big, but nothing's as big as when you come to the US.
Right.
It's not as big. It's going to be scary. It's going to be different, and you got to put everything aside, right? So
I think I know this is going to be the biggest, most exciting longbow tournament on the planet.
It is. It is, and it's the most prize money too. I'll tell you that right now. So it seems like Santo did a really good job getting money. Then if you're a timber point shooter, there's contingency money. There's contingency money for a couple other. I forget what he mentioned it. Go back to my other podcast with Santo on it. Yep. But anyway, okay. So we're running a little bit long. I want to wrap up here in a second. Okay. Last chance to get questions out to John. And I will read them. If you put them in the comments, I will read them right now. But the other thing is, I want to give John a second here to thank anyone that he wants to thank, or shout out to anyone that you want to for your sponsor, or your supporter, supporters.
All right. So here we go. So first of all, my wife, thank you so much. She lets me play the game that I play.
Can't do it without her.
Local clubs around here, Op Supply, big supporter. Joe Ack Louisville, we get to coach them. They're great guys, great team. When we get into sponsors, Dan Rodriguez with Two Trad Tabs, um, David Snyder with Whiskey City Trad Gear. Those two guys have been amazing. Chuck Hollis builds a great bow, been shooting his, and geez, I don't know anybody else that supported me or talked with me on Facebook. I've met so many friends and talked with so many people on Facebook that it's cool. I get to be kind of one of those guys that helps people. I guess it's neat to be there.
That's awesome. Anyone else?
Love you, Mom.
you, okay. Usually at this point, the people I bring onto my podcast say, Mick, I really appreciate everything you do too. You are so fantastic. I love you to death. Like you are like the best. I can't even. It's David Snyder's no one compared to you. Like that Matt over at the Push. Who's that guy? I don't even know who that guy is. I don't know.
So I will say that you are now my favorite Canadian. Sorry, Reggie. Sorry, Lee. Sorry, Eric. Nick, you're the guy, and I'm looking forward to coming back on your show and talking about Lancaster.
About your prize winning at Lancaster. 100% going with a competitor. You are a competitor, so you got the competitor attitude. I want to thank archerypass.com. They help to support this channel. This is what makes it happen. They're a great company. If you need something for Christmas, make sure you reach out to them. I want to thank the Push Archery. They sponsor and support. Matt over there does a great job. Either one of those companies, if you're looking for something for Christmas, get on their site right away, right now. Get that for your favorite archer. David Schneider doesn't support the channel, doesn't like me, can't stand me, always gives me a dirty look every time I see him in person. But go over at his site. He's got stuff too. Like he's got a lot of great equipment for trad archers, right? Go over there and get something for your loved one for Christmas. And I think, and Santo, obviously the Longbow Outlaw guys, they support and that's good. So, all right, what do we got? Mick is the man. Okay, stop shining me, guys. What do we got? Your Dino Nuggets gravy lava was very inspiring. What
was it?
Raymond, what's he saying?
Oh, so you got to go back on my Facebook page. It's a hidden nugget in there. So for my birthday, that's what he's talking about. For my birthday, my wife made me a mashed potato mountain with broccoli trees and dino nuggies, and we did the whole gravy lava thing. It's taking her up on it. It's a blast. Mick, I'm telling you, the only reason people think I'm an adult is because of my age. I'm a big kid at heart. So
not with that pretty face, with that pretty face and that great haircut and beard now. Dude, they're gonna still think you're a kid. All right, my friend. I think that was really good, and I appreciate your time too. I do appreciate you. I know we had a good time here today, so thanks everyone for watching. We'll catch you next time, man. Hunt the good stuff, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, talk to you later, guys.
Thanks, guys.